just before dinner. Feels cold and old and broke and a little scary. And then there's a trine to Pluto. We get new information Thursday night, April 11th. We feel more okay with, well, why shouldn't have the FBI and the CIA and the FDA and the EA and the blah, blah, blah all carry concealed handguns? Why not? I want one too. Friday, the moon's still in Taurus. It starts early in the morning, 1, 2 o'clock. The moon goes by the south node. We all feel like we need help. It's not real comfortable. But as you go into Friday night, there's a sextile to Mercury coming up late about midnight, and running around, kids talking it out. Feels pretty doggone good. Saturday morning, April 13th, the moon goes into Gemini, a mutable air sign. And in the middle of the day, there's a square to Neptune. Confusion, delusion. What's going on? And actually, late Saturday night, the moon hits a sextile to Uranus and says, hey, what happened to the environment and the brotherhood and all of that stuff? And it makes a little 150-degree angle to Pluto. And do we really need all these policemen and all these people with guns and the armed forces, which is just a policeman for the government, the National Guard, policeman for the state? You know, everybody, it seems like all the politicians have made themselves immune, and they've all, from laws, yeah, and from you know, pulling the law on them, and they've all got police forces. Well, we had enough police forces. You're going to feel that real late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. It's really 2, 3 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, April 14th. And if you're up or you watch the Sunday news, you'll say, what's going on that they can't get any control over this gun thing, or over these police things, or over these atomic weapons, or over Guantanamo and the torture, or over, eek, a bug. Yes, because after all, Pluto just stationed and stopped on Friday the 12th. So you're going to want to get rid of them. Some bugs are good. I have a little wasp runs around in the house now and then. He's quite big and he's tough looking, blue-black, and he tracks down cane spiders. So we always welcome him, and he runs around the wall like a little hound dog sniffing out the scent of where the cane spider was the night before, and he just tracks him down. Cool little bug. Brotherhood sprouts Saturday night late and says get rid of the guns and the cops and all of that, and you feel quite good about all of it Sunday morning because there's a conjunction to Jupiter. All that wisdom and brotherhood and environmentalism that came in Saturday night, Sunday morning early, shines, between breakfast and lunch as the moon goes by Jupiter here on April 14th. Nice. On Monday, the April 15th, the moon's still in Gemini, first part of the day till you get to dinner time, and there's Mars and the sun's cooking. Nice sextiles. Get out and do things, fix things, start things, be a hero. That's what it's all about here Monday morning, the 15th. And I'm sure if you do it properly, Monday night, here's a sextile to Venus, and there'll be some sexy, loving sweets around of some kind to reward you for your heroics Monday morning. Yeah. There's a nice trine to Neptune early Tuesday morning. The moon is shifted into Cancer, though. And once it's in Cancer, well, Cancer doesn't like this guy up here much at all. He's in Capricorn at 11 degrees. So when the moon opposes him, which is Tuesday afternoon and evening, eek, a bug, the panicky feeling gets strong. There's a square to Uranus Tuesday morning real early, and it starts when the power goes out, and the cable goes out, and the phone goes out, and the wind comes up, and you feel isolated and a little panicky on Tuesday. And some places in the world aren't going to like that. If you haven't had any action down in Indonesia yet, you will. This would be an Tuesday's not so hot, yeah? So don't expect to have things go well. You might get up and be a little dreamy and think you're all organized Tuesday morning. Don't bet on it. And when the battery fails or the connection, it's always in the connections with Uranus. With Pluto, I don't know. Just wait till the panic dies down, try it again. Tuesday's not so hot. Wednesday, still feeling a little bit like that. Moon's still in Cancer. Eek, a bug! So, a little panicky. Angry Wednesday night. The moon squares Mars and then squares the sun. You don't get anything done Wednesday night. And into Thursday morning early. A bad night to be up, trying to go too fast. Hots and sharps. Look out. Tempers flare Wednesday night, Thursday morning. About breakfast time on Thursday the 18th, the moon shifts into Leo. The vibes change a little bit. We all get kind of lazy around dinner time. There's a square to Venus. We're not having much fun. Another square to Saturn here late Thursday, and we don't have money and time. But yet, what's this? Here's Uranus and Mercury. Somebody's talking about the environment and brotherhood and real things. But yet, it squares Saturn. The rules, the regulations. We can't have decriminalized marijuana. What are they going to do with all those hippies? And all those old people and all those, I don't know. Saturn here is the problem, the old judge. You'll feel like you know about it when the sextile to Jupiter happens. So Friday morning's quite revolutionary. You might get something done. Maybe there's a chance of converting that old judge and letting Roger Christie out of jail. I don't know. What I know is a lot of those guys are dug in like we're going to steal their security. And so, as you have the knowledge Friday, don't expect it just will turn that quickly. As you go into Saturday, the moon's still in Leo. Not bad at all. Friday night's kind of good, entertaining, kind of fun. There'll be laughter. Goes through Saturday afternoon and evening. Here's a nice Mars thing. And you can get out and do the hero stuff and fix things again, rather like you started Monday morning, the 15th. Well, go back and finish those projects. You'll be proud of yourself Saturday night when there's a trine to the sun. Moon's gone into Virgo. Late Saturday night, well, here's the opposition to Neptune. Problems with liquids, problems with gasoline, problems with oil companies who want to gobble up everything they can and sell it to you for your pleasure. Without a thought for tomorrow. No. Oh, jobs for you now. Oh, yeah. I can't believe the lies that are coming out of these corporations. It just makes me gag. Sunday, there's a nice trine to Venus. It starts with some love, some sweets, some relaxation, some peace and calm. Goes on to sextiles to Saturn. We're organized. Trines to Pluto. We got the power. And a 150-degree angle to Uranus here, which is the hell with the environment and the future generations and all that wisdom that we learned back Thursday, Friday. We're going to dump it all and just go for the money, huh? You'll see it Sunday. So here's money and sex and power and control, and don't be discouraged. It goes against these guys in the end. It does. Yep. But you won't feel that way Sunday, April 21st. Anyway, I hope you're handling your Pluto. The best part of him is he's Sherlock Holmes. He's discovery. You really think back and you start when closer you get to the 12th of April, the more discovery you'll find. Whether it's under the ground or it's about the guys with the guns or about your own power and control trips. How obsessive are you anyway? I had a neighbor went out there with a leaf blower and there was a 30-mile-an-hour wind gusting all back and forth. But on Sunday he runs the leaf blower all over and blows dust into my yard. What's that? Obsessive compulsive? Yep. Anyway, Pluto is a crocodile. He's very sensitive to territory. This is my territory. You'll feel that rise into you up to the 12th. Can't avoid it. Even if it's a small territory, you'll have some territory issues. Don't believe me? Well, wait till Tuesday, the 16th. Or there could be bugs, or that some dog came in the middle of the night and shit in your yard. Or you start discovering unsettling things about our world, and carcinogens and Pluto and pollution and all this cancer, which is the result of industrial pollution. That's the truth of it. But then sometimes the truth can be uncomfortable when you're doing Sherlock Holmes work. Hope you have some great discoveries. Yeah, it's time. It is. Okay, the title of this is Drugs Draw a Crowd at State Capitol. And this is March 27th, the date of that full moon that brought us all that rain. And this is the amazing picture I came upon. Now over here is 1, 2, 3, 4 little young gals with signs. They want marijuana decriminalized, huh? You see what's behind them? Policemen, uniformed policemen, all the way around. Look at this big guy. If there was ever Porky Pig cop, there he is. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of these guys, all lined up. Drugs do a crowd of police officers to the state capitol. Now there's a law that prevents employees from doing this in uniform and on their time. A little police officer took a stand in the Rotunda Wednesday afternoon over a bill that would decriminalize marijuana, allow just a fine, $100 instead of an arrest for up to 20 grams. Here's some Representative Marcus Oshiro, you know, is an idiot, trying to roll catnip into 47 fake joints. Okay, each year police arrest hundreds with the real thing, but officers said residents aren't doing time for their crime. Quote, marijuana arrests comprise a small portion of HPD arrests. A study by the Attorney General's office found 594 people arrested for marijuana. Only 7 spent more than 10 days in jail, said Major so-and-so. Opponents of, supporters of decriminalization say the number is much higher and the cost is lighting things up. And, supporters of decriminalization say the number is higher, so is the cost. 1,000 marijuana arrests are made every year in Hawaii. That's 1,000 family lives that could be permanently damaged by this law, said Vanessa Chong of the American Civil Liberties Union. Hooray! On the average, over 1,000 people are arrested each year. These cases only make up 20% of the drug arrests every year. Nearly half of those arrested for pot are juveniles. For decades now, kids have been telling researchers it's easier to get than beer. 1 in 6 youths become addicted or abuse this drug, says this other dude from the Drug Policy Forum. When it comes to addiction, most adults get help for amphetamines or alcohol, but teens, the number one drug they're abusing is marijuana. That's because the court made them go. Anyway, 1,000 young people a year. And look at these guys. There's a law that prevents state employees, county employees from going out and doing this sort of thing. All these cops here, these big, huge, white, howly dudes intimidating these 4 little gals. I don't know. Tell me you're not living in a police state, huh? Roger's still sitting in jail. Some judge still thinks he's a hazard to the community. Jeez, what justice. Got questions about astrology? Want to know your rising sign? 808-322-3584. Just call me at a reasonable hour, okay? And I'll put you in the computer. Come armed with your birth time right to the minute. And I'll give you your rising sign right to the degree. And you'll be up and moving in astrology.